Hello world. Patricia O'Connor and Reba, Darcy here, and we've got another little blowout situation. Come on, you can do it, you can do it. Yeah, that's okay, I guess. Today on the Bonsai Balcony, it is Saturday, and this would normally be one of our little sunny little shows we like to do. But today is anything but. It is raining sideways. We are getting quite a bit of rain, and we have been. I've been shooting in between the showers for the last couple of weeks, but today has been penciled in for a heavy rain event. They've been watching this band come from a long way off, and we're just really getting it. And it's just, this is what we get. This is what we get on rainy days. It's warm and snuggly in our little apartment, in our little flat, and Frida and I just kind of hang out and watch videos and watch y'all and try not to sweat it. And other than that, that's just kind of what's going on. But what's going on with the trees is, when all of this is going on, when we're getting all of this weather, one, if you're like me and you've got some sort of draining system, you can see my coffers are full. I should think about that and do something to alleviate that. It's raining in on me while I'm standing here talking to y'all, and do something to alleviate that, because it will be harder to alleviate that when it's not raining. The downstairs neighbor won't want to see water dripping from my coffer, but I could probably not dump it out, but I could probably do something to alleviate that water level now, and it would go away with the rain. So that's something on my end I need to think about. Everything inside of here is getting well watered. Everything, I'm standing farther back than these little trees, and with every little breeze brings everything that's raining just comes right on in. It's good to see the cooler temps. I think maybe that's probably good for the ponderosas, to see something that isn't we're getting a little closer to something that would be what they would consider seasonable. On the other hand, even my little Japanese black pines over here, that guy hasn't been watered in 2 days, and it's still too wet. There's just too much water blowing around. I haven't watered this in about as long. This guy usually slurps up the water. We're probably still a day out if it doesn't get watered again. That guy tells me that it needs no water. It's already been watered from there. It just comes in, and so that's really good news for my oaks. It's really good. This is always a hard side to water without water, just mostly wanting to go over the side. So having that side get a proper hoosing is pretty helpful. And man, that guy's looking good. I'm really happy with the way it's looking after what we went through here not too long ago with more dieback and stuff. Yeah, I'll be glad when I get a better handle on that. I was talking the other day about this being the time of year for roots and trunks to swell and grow, and normally when you're seeing your trees leaf out and branches grow and buds grow and all that other stuff, this time of year isn't so much about that, but it is more about swelling of trunks and all of that. And as side to that, we can see that I'm getting rained on. That's kind of cool. We can see our bark is splitting, and there's ways to do these trees. I mean, some people want to strip. There's even a method or a technique to strip all the loose bark off of these things, and you can get them to look like a piece of like orange, honey-colored, waxed, beautiful trees. However, I've always seen bark as a sign indicative of time passage. So I've never been I would never, I don't think, never say never, But I don't think I would ever take all the bark off of these guys in the same way that I would ever take all the bark off of my pine trees. I've actually heard of somebody doing that. Yeah, isn't that bizarre? Spend all that time growing bark on a Japanese black pine just to peel it all off. Anyway, this is the time for girth in the trunks and in the, these. Look for this stuff to all get fatter and thicker, and look for these guys to swell up and get thicker, and that's kind of what that's what we get out of this. And that's why I was saying earlier in the fall that this is actually not just because we're now past January. I was saying that I was saying this around November, that it's the beginning of the year. And it's the beginning of the year because what we're doing now is we're working on everything that goes below the surface. And what goes below the surface is what dictates what we get later on in the year. As all of those leaves died on there, the first thing that happened before they changed their colors was they transferred all of the energy they made to the vascular system of the tree, and then it takes it wherever that species of tree takes it. In this case, it takes it down into the trunk and into the roots and all that other stuff. And throughout the fall and winter, all of those guys accelerate their growth. You might see the trunks get a little fatter. You might see the branches get a little thicker and fatter. You might see the tree actually heaving out of the pot a little more, as what's going on underneath there is starting to grow out more. So, and from that, everything hinges off of, come spring, we will see what becomes of all of this will start showing up out in here. And man, I don't know about you, but I'm already looking forward to these guys budding out again and seeing a lot of really day glow green where there's negative space now. I don't mind negative space, but I sure do miss having my green trees there. These guys are doing a good job of filling in for it, though. My oaks and my pines, they certainly do help to keep a perspective on doing bonsai. Sometimes if you just had, if all of your trees in your bonsai collection, if they were all bare, you would just be, to me, that would be kind of gloomy, waiting to see everybody come back. I think it's nice to have some guys that are, even if they're going dormant or something, just to have them still be pretty. I was looking at this tree earlier. I was wanting to know if there was anything I could do to it or needed to do to it. Some of you may recall we wired the pads on all the different stories, or on all the different levels of that little literati Japanese black pine. And I did a little look-see earlier today to see how that was doing. None of that's digging in. None of that is extended out. It was almost like, hey, no, everything's good. Go back and sit down there, Patricia. So yeah, that's good to pass along. And I just thought I'd show you. We already had a day that mimicked spring, and I thought everybody who's going through this kind of stuff and is a little over it might enjoy a little blue skies and a little warm sunshine. And so that was a couple of days ago, but now we're back. We are well and truly snapped back to this reality. And this temperature's, wow, that's kind of dark. I just pointed it at the sky so long, it's having a hard time adjusting now. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, there we go. So this is just a little look at what it's like here in near San Francisco. And this is life on our little balcony. Here in a minute, I'll close up this door and we'll seal the place up and make some hot cocoa and toast and just hang out at the Bonsai Balcony. And like and subscribe if you guys have not already. This is just a short little ditty. We'll do something tonight where we work on something proper. And I appreciate you, and Frida appreciates you. And thank you so much for watching.